Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a little while since we've been pushing some of that good fishing content out, and a big reason for that is the Mississippi River has been just flying up. All the boat ramps are pretty much closed down now, and it's pretty hard just to get out there on the river. Tournaments are being canceled and all that, so I'm kind of using this time right now to do some other stuff. I've been doing a couple other things fishing wise. I went and talked to some veterans here last weekend, and that was really cool. Did a little bit of fishing with them on a little pond down by Cedar Falls. And then I also have been really getting ready for deer season and trying to knock out a bunch of the things on the to-do list, getting trail cameras set out, doing all that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to take this opportunity to go back and show some footage and put a little video together from some of the best fishing that I've had all year, and I haven't shared any of it. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about kind of what was going on a couple different days of fishing, and then go back and just play all this video. There's a lot of really good stuff, a lot of big fish catches. So just jumping into that kind of stuff, two main things that I was doing in this time frame. It was right on the tail end of the spawn. I had found an area the one weekend in a tournament where there's a few fish that were still on beds and then a lot of post-spawn fish. So that was on the Mississippi River, and I ended up going back into that area and a couple other areas and did a little bit of flipping, a little bit of frogging, and I ended up having a day where I had over 17 pounds, and I didn't even start recording until about halfway through the day when I had already like 15 pounds. And this trip followed up a trip that I made to a small lake just a couple weeks earlier, but that lake was a little bit ahead of where the river was at, just because it warmed up a little quicker, and the fish were actually in the same, they were doing the same thing on that lake as what they were on the river, and I actually caught them doing almost the exact same thing in the same type of areas. And like I said, a lot of these fish were just finishing up the spawn. They were probably guarding fry, that kind of thing. So what I was doing, if there was any open water, was I was throwing the Spro flapping frog, and that was huge. I was able to run it above some submerged grass and get it into that open stuff and just throw that thing around and make them really want to chase it down and eat it. And then whenever I would throw at a mat of duckweed or some grass that was topped out, I'd be throwing the booyah frog, just a regular hollow body frog. And I also like to throw the Spro bronzeye as well. It's very similar to that frog there. But those two frogs are kind of my one-two punch, where I'd throw one in the heavy stuff and just kind of try to twitch it through there and maybe walk it in the open water a little bit. Whereas that flapping frog, I'd be casting it out there and reeling it in, giving it kind of like a buzzbait action, and it works extremely well in open water wherever you can get away with it. Running over the top of any laydowns that are down in that kind of stuff too. It's hard to throw a swim jig or a spinnerbait or anything like that once there starts to get to be a lot of vegetation. But when those weeds just aren't quite topped out yet, that frog being on the top of the water is dynamite. So you're gonna see me catch quite a few fish on the flapping frog on both days, as well as the other one there that I talked about. And then the other thing that I'm going to show in this video too is about the opposite of frogging. When I was over at the lake, there's a bunch of offshore rock spines, so I decided to kind of try and practice my electronics game and get out there and fish some of those rock spines. So I was mainly targeting those fish with just a shaky head, and I had a 6-inch Senko that I had rigged up on that shaky head. So I'm gonna jump into it here. We'll start off with some of the clips from the lake that I was at, and then we'll jump over to the river fishing. But stick around, it's gonna be a good one. There was a lot of big fish caught on these two different days. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's get into it. freaking choked that frog. Man. Hooked him with both hooks right in the top. Oh, that was awesome. That was so awesome. Oh, he fell off. No. Oh, that was awesome. Right off that stick. Oh, that's big. That's big. Oh. Boom! Let's freaking go, baby! Woo! Oh my gosh. On a frog too. Oh baby, let's go. Get this thing unhooked. He freaking absolutely craziest blow up. I seen the fish come up underneath it and just absolutely toast it. That's a toad right there. Yes. Heck yeah. Look at that tail. Bloody tail. Like dripping blood. Man. The frog is absolutely smoking them today. Alright. I just wanted to get a weight on her here. Alright. Got locked in 410. A 410. That means she's almost a 5-pounder. Not bad for frogfish. That's pretty awesome. Just gonna get her down in the weeds here. There she goes. Yeah. Oh, let's go. Scoping, baby. I'm a scoper now. Not a bad one for this place. Oh, that was a giant.
Yes, it was.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even know if that was a fish or not. Good one. huge, but nice. So I can point it. There's a big one. Oh boy. Not super big, but it's nice. Look at that. Fish interrupted me, how rude. But yeah, I'm just dragging that shaky head. Catching bass like this, right? They're up and down this rock line, so I'm just using the Mega Live with the 360 to try to be as accurate as I can with my casts and paying off big.
Net? Oh my God.
Yes. Look at that sucker right there. Got like 15 pounds now today. It's a hog. Frogging maybe. Nice. Look at that thing. Ray, look at this fish. Gosh dang, it doesn't get more fun than that. Heck yeah. That's big. Oh my God. Look at that. That fish crushed it. I hooked him so good he went cross-eyed. Look at that. Oh my gosh, they're just killing the frogs today. Like almost every fish that we've had bite has annihilated it and choked it. And that was one of the craziest blow-ups. Man, that's a lot of fun. There's one. Big one. There we go. Gosh, they are just crushing the frog today. That's a big one. Oh, it's actually not that big. It just had 4 pounds of grass on it. Man, that thing felt huge. Yes. Look at that sucker. Man, I don't know how much weight I got. That thing's choking that frog. I don't know how much weight I got today. For sure over 16, probably like 17. But I've caught so many fish that size today. I probably caught like 4 limits of 15 pounds. And most of them have been on a frog now. That's awesome.